Mono Quantum has been revived with this new variation of follow-up team that uses Tribbie and Jade as debt collector and debt collectee. The amount of follows we're going to be able to trigger with this team is crazy because Tribbie is AoE focused, her ultimate deals damage. It's going to get so many points for Jade that the synergies are honestly crazy because usually we have to use a duo DPS with Jade, which ends up bringing down the performance a little bit, but now the duo DPS is just the straight up strongest buffer in the game probably, right? Now when it comes to survivability, Fu Xuan, a sustain, not a character we usually use, not a path we're very fond of really, but it works really well on this team because she is Quantum of course, we only have 9 characters to choose from in that department, but she's also AoE with her ultimate, so it's going to get even more energy for Tribbie. Now Sparkle. We haven't talked about Sparkle yet. This is actually the coolest part of this build. She's going to be both buffing and advancing Jade and Tribbie, and the way that works is so good because Tribbie doesn't need turns in between all of her damage attacks. All of her follows are going to be triggered by the ultimates we use on our other characters, so we can actually buff up Tribbie and then buff up Jade, which then when we use all of those attacks, all of the snakes, all of the little rockets, everything is going to be buffed by Sparkle. This is such a fun team comp, so I do hope you guys like it. Hit that subscribe button, join the Discord, and we're about to get into both sides of MOC right now. So here we go, starting off with the True Sting side. We're going to be initially looking like we're not doing too much damage, but as things start piling up, it just keeps on going and going and going and going. We're going to first buff up Tribbie here. Then we're going to use the ultimate, not going to do too much damage, but that's fine. She's at 100% crit rate, or just about 97. That 4-piece poet set is doing the work with her 93 speed right now, and it's going to be super, super, super good. Her slowness actually really works because you're going to see how she's going to just be sitting there just attacking while we're buffing Jade, and her turn doesn't come up so we don't lose that crit damage buff. That's the thing with Sparkle, is that unlike Sunday, once their next turn does come up, then they'll lose it, but all their follows in between will still be buffed. So here, we're going to go ahead and attack. We're going to hold the ultimate on Jade, go ahead and now buff Jade, and then we can go ahead and pop the ultimate after we get this advance from the Dance, 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 and a little bit of extra damage percent. Beautiful. Time for her to step on the enemies, and that's a bang. Jesus. Crazy. Whee! And again. And again. Wonderful. And we even have a little bit of an opportunity to get some energy back until the final attack. This is ideal, you could say. It's so weird using Fu Xuan because just having a shield or a healer, it's a unknown, it's a very wild phenomenon, you could say. So at this point, we can go ahead and pull up Tribbie because she's far away, try to get that ultimate back up. We do need to skill to get the res pen back. And now with Fu Xuan, we'll just basic since we're close. There's so many skill points in this team that it is completely irrelevant whether we need to be careful about using our skill points. That sentence didn't make sense, it's whatever. We did put Fu Xuan in the middle of Sparkle and Tribbie just to kind of hopefully get a little bit of extra hits going to those two characters. And we waited, now we pull up Jade, and then we attack with Jade. We have all of our attacks perfectly lined up. Here, we're both buffed with Sparkle on Tribbie and Jade, so this is just full damage, just going right at it. 95 over 420. And Tribbie's 97 over 390. So pretty much 100 over 400 for both. Crazy. Ugh. And once more, Jade, you may go. Very nice. And Fu Xuan having pretty much a 2-turn ultimate, if we just skill twice, is also really good to pretty much help use Tribbie use up those follows, because she also has a 2-turn ultimate, especially with her light cone. Sometimes it's a 1-turn ultimate. Usually it's a 1-turn ultimate, actually. Ah, bang. She's also on energy regen rope, not HP, So she could possibly do a little bit more damage, but I do prefer energy regen just throughout. Can we get the ultimate on Jade? Can we get it? Yes, we can. Very nice. She looks so good, even the bugs just have to attack her. It's crazy. So with 7 skill points here, we'll go ahead and pull up Tribbie just because Jade's about here. And then we'll use this before Jade's turn so she doesn't lose the crit damage buff. A bang. And we'll attack again. A couple more attacks in this rotation. Can we get a 1 cycle on the bug? Oh, it's looking like it. The bugs are getting charged up just to get killed and smushed. We like to see it. Might as well let Tribbie have it. Pop the ult, and it should be over. Into the second side. I am curious to see how this does versus all that 8 million HP. Click. Click. And a 1 cycle. Very good. Now we're on to the Savage God. This AoE focused stage is going to be super good for this guys, or these girls rather, so we'll be able to see what this thing will do. And by thing I mean this really cool Mono Quantum team, because it doesn't have Silver Wolf now that I think about it. Mono Quantum is really just a Silver Wolf thing, even though you don't even have to have quantum characters for Silver Wolf to guarantee her implant. Not to mention Nox is coming out soon, is going to implant every single element the game knows. So we are going to go ahead and get that ultimate up on Fushuan. We'd like to see it. Even the Dance 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 on Sparkle. Go ahead and push us forward ever so slightly. Thank you. Hopefully this Imprison attack goes to Fushuan. It should. We got Japard's Light Cone. She's Preservation. That's like 200 taunt maybe. Who knows? Accept a second. Very nice. We like to see it. I haven't used Fushuan in so long, I don't even know what she does. I think she resists the debuffs once every 2 turns or something. So I don't think that was luck, but... well, this side's looking dead, like really fast. Jesus Christ. Let's try to slow it down a little bit, get some extra attacks. That's a lot. Okay. Maybe if we kick, it won't die to the extra damage, and if we skill with Fushuan, then we can go ahead and kill it with Tribbie. Try to maximize our energy. Don't die. Nice. Oh, bang. And we even get a follow to take down 1 stack of war armor. Here, we'll go ahead and pull up Tribbie and then skill with her, just so we can get that skill out of the way, because the enemies are going to be coming in soon. And there are our souls. We gotta finish the Elden Ring DLC. Played like a couple minutes, and I don't know why I didn't finish it. That's really stupid of me. Oh, bang. Very nice. Here we can either skill and get the ultimate up faster, or we can basic and maybe take a stack of war armor down. I don't really know which one's optimal, but we'll just go for this, since Fushuan does also have no stacks left, and she's probably going to die pretty soon. Here we're going to go ahead and bring up Jade. Unluckily, we can't get the ultimate, but we're going to go ahead and redo the Debt Collector and pop our ult on Tribbie. Perhaps it would have been better to do a different order so we didn't waste that attack there. Kind of sucks, but... and here we go. Now that we have the ultimate almost up on Fushuan, we have this ultimate on Jade fully buffed. It's going to trigger a follow-up from Tribbie, which is going to trigger a follow-up from Jade. And 1%. Hopefully this takes it. Very nice. Into the next cycle. And the next phase. We'll wait to get sapped, and then we'll go ahead and heal up our Fu. Was that 1 million without killing anything? That's crazy if it was. Is there a buff there that I'm not thinking about? Is there a buff somewhere? Maybe it's because they're all quantum. We got the quantum set, ton of depth shred, 44%. And this is gonna do it. We got a bunch of actions left, but Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Double 1 cycles. Quantum test. That's ironic, actually. Well, that was a super fun run. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments. Here for the builds on Jade, we had 134, a good crit ratio. Would have preferred for it to be a tad higher, but that's all right. We had the quantum set because all the enemies were quantum, the Duran. The E1 did help a little bit on the follow-up damage, but considering tribbie almost always attacked more than 3 enemies, that part didn't really matter too much. Her AoE nature is just crazy. 93 speed here on tribbie with 6k HP. And this crit ratio is actually going to put us up to just about 98. Now that I think about it, that Jade crit ratio also went up another 10% because of Fushuan. That's how long it's been since I've used Fushuan. But very good ratio here on Trib. We had her Light Cone, which is very good for this comp in particular because she gets all that energy for her follows, which is going to get the ult back to get more follows, which is going to mean more follows for Jade. So this is one of the situations where I actually really like her Light Cone, unlike the 99% of situations where I like Dance Dance Dance. Word jumble there. As for the rest of it, we had the Poet set on the 2-piece bone, but it was energy regen, and we did have that true damage, which is also very, very nice for AoE, of course, to do extra damage to the single targets. Now, Fushuan was on Japard's Light Cone, just a bunch of shit here, random stuff, nothing all too special. And the Sparkle was 172 on Dance Dance Dance. Very important to have her fast because you want her acting just as much as humanly possible to be rotating in between Tribbie and Jade. And her crit damage was alright, actually very good considering it's a Dance Dance Dance. Just a random 2-piece speeds and stuff. E1 does help Jade, doesn't help Tribbie, but that E2 for that extra depth shred is very nice for team buffs, considering that Sparkle is a single buffer unless she's E6, of course. Anyways, that was the video. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Again, it was super fun. Join the Discord. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.